My child, listen closely, because what I am sharing with you right now is not just another message you happen to find while scrolling through your day. This is a direct, final warning from the higher realms, a moment where the divine is reaching out specifically to you. You might think it is a coincidence that you are hearing these words at this exact second, but there are no accidents in the spirit world. Every heartbeat and every breath has led you to this point because heaven is literally holding its breath, waiting for your response. You were chosen to receive this because your soul is starting to wake up again, and if you move away from this now, you might lose a connection that was meant to be your lifeline. You are standing at a very dangerous edge, close to missing out on a blessing that has belonged to you since the day you were born. I want to say this as clearly as possible. This is the last call before the line goes silent. For a long time, the Creator has been whispering your name, trying to get your attention through the small things in your life, but the loud noise of the world and the stress of your daily routine have made it hard for you to hear clearly. Now, the messenger of light stands before you, not to fill you with fear, but to offer you a shield of protection. If you do not open your spirit and listen with your heart right now, you may never hear this specific frequency again. As you listen to these words, realize that you are not alone in the room. There are angels surrounding you at this very moment, watching your reaction. They have been waiting for you to stop ignoring the signs they have been placing in your path. These heavenly guides are holding a divine scroll, and your name is written on it in bold letters. However, you must understand that this scroll is not going to stay visible forever in this physical world. It only appears for a short window of time before it vanishes back into the light. Before your chance turns into another memory of regret, stay right here and listen until the very last word is spoken. Heaven has given special permission for the walls that have been blocking your progress to be torn down. Every obstacle that has kept you from your peace is being addressed right now. I am asking you from the bottom of my heart not to rush away or treat this as just another video. This space we are in is sacred. It is a moment that was written about long before you were even a thought in your parents' minds. Take a moment to join this family and subscribe to this channel right now. See it not just as a button, but as a small act of faith, a way of saying yes to the call of the divine. It is like your spiritual signature, telling the universe that you are ready for what is coming next. Once you make that choice, the entire spiritual realm begins to move in your favor. I know that lately you have felt like you were under a heavy spiritual attack. You have felt the confusion, the weight on your shoulders, and that frustrating silence when you try to pray. I want you to know that none of this was your fault. You were targeted by darkness specifically because of the great value you hold in the kingdom of light. You are a threat to the shadows, and that is why things have felt so hard. But here is the ultimate truth. Heaven does not want you to suffer any longer. You are not weak, you are not forgotten, and you are certainly not alone. You have been chosen for something much bigger than your current struggles. In fact, your name has been spoken in the highest courts of heaven within the last 12 hours. Just a short time ago, a divine meeting took place among the angels, and the instruction was clear: find them, remind them of who they are, and warn them before the door closes. This message was sent as a final rescue mission because if you turn away now, you might miss the very miracle that was designed to break the cycle of struggle in your life forever. The Creator still wants a relationship with you, but the time for waiting is nearly over. If you do not return to that spiritual connection now, the heavens may go quiet for a long season. You are not hearing this by chance among the billions of people on this planet. This message found its way to you because your soul still has a beautiful glow. Deep inside you, underneath all the wounds and the noise of life, there is a light that refuses to go out. The divine will not allow that light to be stolen by the shadows of this world. This is not just another day or a random warning. It is a spiritual alarm set by the Creator himself. He has watched you give your heart away to people who did not deserve your kindness. He has seen the tears you cried in the middle of the night when you thought no one was looking. Even in those moments when you stopped talking to him, he never stopped loving you, not even for a single second. But we have reached a point where time is running out. The battle for your future has reached a very intense stage, and the forces that have tried to slow you down are trying one last time to keep you stuck. The only reason you are hearing this right now is because a final move was made to protect what is rightfully yours. However, you will never be forced to choose the light. The Creator will not drag you into your blessing. He is simply waiting for you to say one thing, yes. Please share your thoughts in the comments below and tell me if you can feel this shift happening in your life right now. By commenting, you are claiming your place in this divine moment and letting the world know you are listening. Your yes is all that is needed to step into a season of restoration and abundance. This moment was written in the book of life, and you were meant to walk into a time of miracles. But you have delayed it long enough by skipping past the signs. Now, the window is closing, and the choice is yours. You are standing on the edge of a breakthrough that you cannot yet see with your physical eyes, but your spirit knows it is there. For years you have been walking through a desert, wondering if the rain would ever fall on your life again. You have watched others receive their blessings while you sat in the shadows, questioning if you were somehow forgotten by the Creator. I am here to tell you that not only are you remembered, but you are the primary focus of heaven's attention in this very hour. The struggle you have endured was not meant to break you, though it felt like it many times. It was actually a period of deep pruning, removing the things that would have hindered you in the massive season of growth that is starting right now. The weight you have been carrying in your chest, that constant feeling of what if and when, is being lifted off you as you hear these words. There is a specific frequency of peace that is being released into your room right now. This is the peace that passes all human understanding, and it is your birthright. You have spent too much time trying to figure everything out on your own, using your own logic to solve spiritual problems. But the divine does not work through human logic. The divine works through faith and alignment. By staying here and allowing these words to wash over your soul, you are aligning yourself with a higher plan that is much bigger than your current bank account, your current job, or your current relationship status. It is time for you to stop looking back at the doors that have closed. Every person who walked out of your life and every opportunity that seemed to vanish was actually a form of divine protection. If those doors had stayed open, they would have led you into a trap that would have stolen your future. Heaven saw the danger that you couldn't see, and it stepped in to redirect your path. Now, the path is clear, and the road ahead is paved with a favor that you didn't even have to work for. This is a season of ease, a time where things will finally start to click into place without the agonizing struggle you've grown used to. I want you to take a second right now to hit the subscribe button on this channel. Think of it as a commitment to your own spiritual growth and a way to stay connected to this flow of encouragement. By doing this, you are telling the universe that you are ready to receive more of this light and that you are no longer going to walk this path alone. It is a simple step, but it carries a lot of weight in the spirit. It shows that you are making a choice to feed your soul with truth, rather than the negativity that the world tries to throw at you every single day. There is a restoration coming to your house that will leave you in awe. The things that were stolen from you, The joy that was snatched away, the years of health that felt wasted, and the financial resources that seemed to disappear into thin air are being calculated for a double return. There is a law in the spiritual realm that when the enemy is caught, he must pay back sevenfold. You have been through enough testing to qualify for a massive outpouring of grace. This isn't just a happy thought. It is a spiritual decree. The clouds are parting, and the sun is about to shine on parts of your life that have been dark for a very long time. You might be wondering why you had to go through so much pain if you were so loved. The truth is, the greatest treasures are always buried the deepest. You have a treasure inside of you that the world desperately needs, and the pressure you felt was simply the process of bringing that gold to the surface. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a victor who has been seasoned by the fire. The fire didn't consume you because there was a fourth man in the fire with you, keeping the flames from burning your skin. You have come out of the furnace not even smelling like smoke, and that is a miracle in itself. I want to invite you to leave a comment below and share one thing you are trusting for in this new season. When you write it down, it becomes real. It moves from a thought in your head to a declaration in the world. Your words have power, and when you share them with this community, we stand in agreement with you. There is a special kind of power that happens when people come together with one heart and one mind. So don't be shy. Speak your truth into the comments and watch how the atmosphere around you begins to change. The whispers of the enemy that told you that you were a failure are being silenced once and for all. Those voices that reminded you of your past mistakes every time you tried to move forward are being drowned out by the roar of the Lion of Judah. You are forgiven, you are washed clean, and your past has no authority over your future. The Creator does not look at you and see your faults. He looks at you and sees his own reflection. He sees the potential, the beauty, and the strength that he placed within you before the foundations of the world were even laid. As we move forward into this message, keep your heart open. There is more that heaven wants to reveal to you today. This is just the beginning of a conversation that will change the trajectory of your entire life. You have been running for so long, but now it is time to rest in the arms of the one who knows you best. The fight is no longer yours to fight. The battle has already been won. Your only job is to remain in this space of gratitude and expectancy. Something wonderful is happening, and you are the guest of honor at this divine table. Stay with me as we continue, because the next shift is going to be even more powerful. You have already felt the tension leaving your shoulders, but now the very roots of your anxiety are being pulled out. You are being prepared for a level of influence and impact that you never thought possible. People will look at you and wonder what changed, and you will be able to tell them that you simply stopped running and started listening. The transition is happening right now, in this very moment, as the words reach your ears and sink into your heart. My child, you are now entering a deeper level of this spiritual encounter, and I want you to feel the atmosphere shifting in the room where you are sitting. There is a sacred stillness that begins to settle when the Creator is about to reveal something profound to one of his children. You might have noticed a slight tingling in your hands or a warmth in your chest as you listen. This is not your imagination. This is the physical manifestation of the divine presence moving in your space. You are being wrapped in a blanket of celestial light that is designed to heal the deep wounds that no one else can see. The scars on your heart are being touched by a hand that knows exactly where it hurt. And, for the first time in a long time, you are allowed to just be. You don't have to perform, you don't have to prove your worth, and you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. For too long, You have lived in a state of high alert, waiting for the next problem to arise or the next person to let you down. This constant state of survival has exhausted your spirit and dimmed your inner glow. But right now, the divine is giving you permission to let down your guard. The battle you've been fighting in your mind is being settled by a higher power. You've been trying to protect yourself for so long, but today, heaven is taking over that responsibility. You are being moved from the front lines of the struggle into a place of divine rest. This is where your strength is renewed and your vision is cleared. You are beginning to see your life not through the lens of your past failures, but through the lens of your future potential. There is a record in the heavens, a beautiful account of every kind word you've spoken and every silent prayer you've offered. Even when you felt like your prayers were hitting a brass ceiling, they were actually being collected in golden bowls. Not a single tear you've shed has been wasted. Each one has been seen and honored. The divine is now preparing to answer those prayers in ways that will exceed your wildest expectations. You are being called out of the shadows and into a prominent place of favor. This transition requires you to let go of the old identity of the struggler and embrace your new identity as the blessed. It is a shift in how you see yourself, and it is happening right now as these words sink into your subconscious. I want to invite you to take a moment and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. When you do this, you are making a conscious decision to keep this light present in your daily life. It is a way of building a spiritual wall against the darkness and ensuring that you have a constant source of truth to lean on. By joining this community, you are surrounding yourself with the same frequency of peace and power that you are feeling right now. It is a simple act of alignment that signals to the universe that you are choosing a path of growth and spiritual clarity. Let this be the moment you decide to stay connected to the source of your strength. The resistance you have faced lately was a sign that you were getting close to a major breakthrough. In the spiritual world, the dark forces always roar the loudest right before they lose their grip. The confusion that tried to cloud your mind and the sudden obstacles that appeared in your path were all attempts to make you turn back. But you didn't turn back. You stayed the course even when you were tired and even when you didn't have all the answers. Because of your persistence, the heavens are now moving with an accelerated speed to bring your manifestations into the physical world. What used to take years will now take months. What used to take months will now take days. The timeline of your life is being fast-forwarded into a season of abundance. The divine scroll that contains the blueprint for your life is being unrolled before the angels of provision. They are being given specific instructions to look after your needs, to open doors that have been rusted shut, and to bring the right people into your circle. You will find that you no longer have to chase opportunities. They will begin to find you. You will be at the right place at the perfect time, and you will know exactly what to say when you get there. This is not luck. It is divine synchronization. You are being led by a hand that knows the end from the beginning, and that hand is guiding you toward a destination of peace and plenty. You can finally breathe easy, knowing that the plan for your life is in perfect hands. I would love for you to go to the comments right now and type "I am ready for my breakthrough." By typing these words, you are putting your faith into action and making a public declaration of your expectancy. There is something powerful about stating your intention out loud or in writing. It sets a spiritual law into motion and creates a ripple effect in the atmosphere around you. As you read the comments of others, you will realize that you are part of a massive family of light seekers who are all moving toward their destiny together. Your comment is a beacon of hope, not just for you but for everyone who reads it. The silence you once felt from the heavens is being replaced by a clear, direct voice. You will begin to hear whispers of guidance in your quiet moments. You will have knowing feelings that lead you away from trouble and toward your highest good. Your intuition is being sharpened, and your spiritual ears are being opened. The noise of the world is fading into the background, and the melody of the divine is becoming the soundtrack of your life. This new level of communication is a gift, a reward for your willingness to listen when things were hard. You are now a trusted partner with the divine, and you are being given the keys to the kingdom. As we continue this journey, I want you to hold on to the feeling of lightness that is growing within you. The chains of the past have already been broken, and you are now just walking out of the prison cell. The door is wide open, and the sunlight is hitting your face. Don't look back at the cold, dark walls you lived in for so long. Look forward to the wide-open spaces of your future. Everything you need for the next step is already being provided. You don't have to see the whole staircase to take the first step. Just trust that. The ground will be there when you put your foot down. You are being carried by grace, and grace never fails. Every area of your life is being touched by this transformation. Your health is being restored from the inside out. Your relationships are being healed and aligned with the truth. Your finances are being stabilized and expanded so that you can be a blessing to others. This is a total life makeover orchestrated by the one who created you. You are being prepared for a level of joy that you haven't felt since you were a child. The heaviness is gone and the light has returned. Stay in this flow because the final revelation is just ahead, and it is going to change everything you thought you knew about your potential. My child, you have reached the final threshold of this message, and the weight of this moment is something you can likely feel in the very air around you. This is the point where the divine invitation is fully extended, and the choice to step through the door rests entirely in your hands. For a long time, you have been trying to solve your problems using your own strength and your own logic, but you have finally realized that some battles cannot be won with human effort alone. There are spiritual walls that have been standing in your way for years, walls that were built by fear, doubt, and the mistakes of the past. Today, those walls are being addressed by a power far greater than anything in this physical world. This is the final sign you have been asking for, the one that comes just before the season shifts and the old way of living disappears forever. I know that behind the smile you show to the world, there is a deep ache that you haven't shared with anyone. You have become an expert at pretending that everything is fine while your inner world is quietly crumbling under the pressure of your responsibilities. You post the photos, you do the work, and you say the right things to make everyone think you are okay. But when the lights go out and you are alone with your thoughts, the silence feels heavy and the questions start to swarm. Heaven sees that ache clearly. The Creator is not looking at your outward appearance or your social status. He is looking directly into the center of your soul. He knows the exhaustion you feel from trying to keep everything together for everyone else, while you feel like you are falling apart inside. You were never meant to carry this heavy burden by yourself. You were created to be in a constant, flowing partnership with the divine. When you try to do it all on your own, you become like a branch that has been cut off from the tree. You might look alive for a little while, but eventually you start to wither because the life force is no longer reaching you. This message is the call to reconnect. It is a reminder that the source of your strength, your joy, and your peace is waiting for you to simply turn back. You don't have to be perfect to return, you just have to be willing. The divine does not require a list of your accomplishments. It only requires your presence and your honesty. Before we conclude this final part of the message, I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel right now. See this not as a simple click, but as a commitment to your own spiritual journey and a way to anchor yourself to this frequency of light. By joining this family, you are ensuring that you don't lose this connection as you go back into the noise and the distractions of the world. It is a way to keep the door of communication open and to tell the universe that you are ready for a daily walk with the truth. This small act of faith helps to build a shield around your mind, keeping the negativity of the world from stealing the peace you have found here today. You might have noticed how much assistance you felt just to get to this point. Perhaps your phone rang, maybe someone interrupted you, or perhaps a sudden wave of tiredness tried to wash over you. That resistance was not a coincidence. It was a calculated attempt by the shadows to keep you from hearing these words. The forces that want to keep you stuck know that this specific part of the message is where the delay is finally broken. They know that if you truly internalize these truths, their power over your life is finished. You are moving from a state of mere survival into a position of spiritual authority. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You are a co-creator of your destiny. When you give the divine full access to your heart again, everything in the spiritual realm begins to shift in an instant. Right now, as you listen, angels are being reassigned to your case. These are not just general helpers. They are specific messengers and protectors who have been given new instructions concerning your future. Timelines that were stuck in a frustrating loop of delay are being accelerated. The projects that were paused and the dreams that were put on hold because you didn't have the resources or the energy are being reactivated. You have been in a holding pattern for long enough, circling the same problems over and over. The runway is finally clear, and it is time for you to land in your season of promise. The peace you've been searching for is not found in a change of scenery or a bigger bank account, though those things may come. True peace is found in the connection you have with the source of all life. When you are connected, the storms of life lose their power to shake you. You can stand in the middle of a hurricane and feel a stillness in your soul that defies human explanation. This is the birthright that is being restored to you today. You are being given back your spiritual SIG, HT, and your spiritual hearing so that you can navigate the days ahead with confidence and grace. You will no longer be confused by the lies of the enemy or the opinions of people who don't know your heart. I want you to leave one final comment below. Type the words, "I claim my total restoration." By typing this, you are sealing this encounter in your spirit and making a physical declaration of your faith. There is immense power in putting your intention into words and sharing it with others. As you hit enter, feel the weight of the past leaving you for good. You are making a mark in time that says you have received the divine word and you are ready to walk in its power. Your comment serves as a beacon of light, not just for your own soul, but for everyone else who is on this journey with you. We are all moving toward the light together, and your voice matters in this community. The noise of the world will try to pull you back the moment this message ends. The old worries will try to knock on the door of your mind, and the old habits will try to entice you back into the shadows. But I want you to carry this stillness with you like a precious treasure. You are now a carrier of a different kind of light, and people will notice the difference. They will see a change in your eyes and a calmness in your voice that they can't quite explain. You no longer have to fake the fire or pretend to be someone you're not, because the Creator has reignited your true essence from the inside out. You were created for more than just getting by and paying bills. You were created to be a vessel of favor and a sign of hope to a world that is desperately searching for meaning. Go forward into your day knowing that you are fully seen, deeply loved, and divinely protected. The line of communication between you and the heavens will not go silent because you have made the choice to listen and to respond. This is not just the end of a message. It is the beginning of a completely new chapter in your life story. The pages ahead are filled with miracles, alignment, and a level of joy that you haven't felt since you were a small child. Walk into this new day with your head held high and your heart wide open, for the King of Kings is walking right beside you every step of the way. Your restoration is not just coming, it is already here.